Hey, welcome back guys. So in the last video we started talking about anchor tags and how we can use anchor tags to create hyperlink, which is basically the heart of websites, right? Because most websites are just collection of multiple web pages. You hardly have a website that is just one page. Even though technically that's possible with what we call single page applications, but that's just on the technical side. To the user, it still feels like they're going from one page to another, and that is important because um, the idea of the internet is to be able to really move from one page to another in search of useful resources. So within your own website, you need to provide a way for users to go from one page to another, and sometimes you may want to link external resources that takes users from a website to another website, and we do that with the anchor tag. And then we said the anchor tag takes a mandatory attribute, which is the href attribute. Now, the href attribute allows you to specify where you want your users to go to when they click on the link. Now, whatever you have inside this place between the opening and the closing tag is what the user will see. It is the content they will click on in your on their browser to be able to go to whatever resource you specify as a value in the href attribute. So let's run this as is right now and let's see what we have. So this is not going to go anywhere just because we don't have a value a value for this attribute. So notice what happens on this tab when I try to click it. It just reloads and then it doesn't do anything else. Now, so we need to provide a way for this to just go somewhere. So I'm going to add a URL. It basically take a URL. If you want to link to an external website, it will take the URL to that site. So HTTPS, it has to be a full URL, and then :/ let me link to a resource that I find really useful on splash.com. So on splash.com is a site where you can get quality images. I mean, since we're going to be talking about images next, we might as well start checking out where we can find good images. So when we save this and we click on this again, and then it brings us to a Splash website, right? And then you see you can actually search for images here, any kind of images you want. So we'll come back to this. So that is how the anchor tag works. Now notice that when we clicked on this, it kind of supplants our current tab and then replaces our current tab with that page, right? So we don't have a way to go back to the previous page that we were on except we use the browser back button, right? Sometimes that's not what we want. Sometimes we want it that when we click on this link, it opens on a new tab so that we can just switch tabs and go back to what we were doing, right? Now, to be able to do that, you will add another attribute, and that attribute is the target attribute, right? Target attributes. And then if you want it to go to a new tab, if you want the link to open in a new tab, you give it the value of underscore blank, yeah, underscore blank, and then you save it just like that. So now when we click on this again, it opens on a new tab. Cool. And then we can go back to our previous page just like that, and we can switch tabs just like that. So you might want to explore the other attributes, the other values for the target attribute. So when I started typing underscore blank, you saw underscore other things. So you may want to just play around with these and see what they really mean. So that is how we create anchor tags. That is how we create links in our website. Now, this content here can be anything. So we're going to see what else we can do with this in the next video. So I'll see you guys in the next video.